Hi everybody, it's December 8th. I'm going to do a short tarot reading on COVID-19. I'm in Mexico right now, and I'll share a few things about that in a minute, but if you're interested in subscribing to my channel, please click subscribe and the button down below. I do a reading every Tuesday. From various locations, but no, I was on the Sunshine Coast in British Columbia working over the summer season, and then I went to Ottawa to help out my folks, and then I went to Montreal because I was flying out of there and to spend time with my sister and her partner, Eleni. Thanks for the t-shirt. And anyways, yeah, so it's been interesting traveling. I think you never really know exactly what's happening unless you're there. So talking to people's great, and finding out what their experiences are around COVID is very, informative. If you have friends all over the world, it's great just to talk to people and see what's happening at their end. When I came to town, I decided to quarantine myself out of respect for the community, since I did fly, and it wasn't so much being on the airplane as being on the airport where there's other flights coming in. So out of respect for the community, I'm going to be staying in for this season. I have been self-isolating. I always find that difficult. I did it when I came back last year as well, but I don't want to be a part of anything bad happening to anybody else. So it's just out of respect to be responsible. And I feel good about it. I am looking forward to surfing, though, when I'm done self-isolating. Okay, so what do the cards have to say about COVID-19 for the next few months? What can we expect? Okay, so if anybody has any questions or requests for tarot or muscle testing, or you just like to make any sort of, suggestions, or you have concerns, please let me know. I will respond. If anybody likes to try energy clearing, I like to combine that with tarot, do a tarot reading, and then do the energy clearing after that. I just feel like the tarot is a very nice therapeutical tool. It's a therapeutic tool to just sort of help you kind of, get out of the head and just focus on the spiritual realm. And then the energy work just sort of works really well with that, because it helps people relax. It's like you move into kind of like a dreamlike state. Like a meditation, but I'm doing it kind of with you, for you, whatever. Anyways, I just got to keep moving the cards until, okay. I'm definitely feeling more relaxed myself. I have to say that, I love being in Mexico because there's a solidarity here and a kindness amongst people. I feel like I've learned a lot from it. Like, it's made me a better person. And so coming from Canada, where there's been a lot of shaming and division around the issues of, guidelines and stuff, I actually find that very horrifying that people resort to that. And here I feel like people are affected by everything that's been happening as well, but people aren't turning against each other. I wouldn't say that's the norm anyways. I'm sure there is a little bit of that, but it just feels like people are still able to be loving and supportive of each other. So that's something I love about the culture here, which is why I really needed to come back. That I needed it. I couldn't stay in Canada. Okay, So for the present moment, or the very recent past, let's just say, like, we have the Four of Swords upright, and we know this is a card of, like, primarily like resting and taking care of ourselves. It can also mean just like everything sort of has to stop for a little bit, kind of like the person that was double shifting and then all of a sudden, they realize they're exhausted and they just need to rest to recuperate their strength. So I feel like this is sort of where we're sitting right now. Like, we have had to, not everybody, but a lot of people have had to kind of slow everything down. Like, just the pace of everything has changed. And some people are really appreciating this. For other people, it can be really scary. Like, if they don't have things to keep them busy and occupied, because the mind can start playing tricks on us and start, going around in circles with worries and anxiety, which is really unhealthy, okay? But this card is indicating that we need to rest our souls, like rest ourselves, and nurture ourselves and take care of ourselves, right? So it's really, really important. Whatever's going on for you, don't just keep pushing ahead, push, because, that's how sometimes things can break, right? Like, in the end, we can break because we push ourselves too hard. It's okay to push yourself a little bit, but you have to know where the limits are. So this card is saying, okay, listen, everything's slowed down, whether it's traffic or, like staying at home more, whatever. We have to sit in this and be in this moment right now, okay? And what's next to this card, which I think is very interesting too, is like, okay, so this is the card of sort of recognition, and it comes from others, and often it's around like the things that we do, work-wise, but maybe some people are struggling with this right now because, if your identity is really attached to, let's just say, your material possessions, your status in society, the work you do, what's happening now is sort of throwing all of that into question. Like, is that important? Does that really matter? Do you take that to your grave? Not to be like, light about it, but, people are having to really examine who they are, aside from all those things which unfortunately society seems to prop up a little bit too much, in my opinion, okay? Like, oh yeah, you're so great because you have this or that. People, for example, who have a lot of debt are really suffering right now. Things seem to be okay. It was encouraged, really, like, I mean, that people would go into debt and invest in all these things. Some people are doing okay, some people aren't. So this card I see is being associated with things slowing down, and how does that affect people's sense of identity, right? If you're not getting your kudos, if you're not getting your acknowledgement, whether it's out in the workforce or in the community, let's say as a parent or whatever, it really does make you introspect, like look deeply at yourself. And this is not easy, right? Like looking at just certain things that we kind of need to feel good and to feel validated, right? To feel validated, to have a valid human experience, And then, so in the new year, we have the Fool reversed, okay? So I'm going to read these cards like these are, this is a December reading, okay? I know I should maybe do the recent past like some people, but I just kind of think people are more interested in knowing what's going to happen, right? And so the Fool reversed is coming up in the new year, and the Fool reversed, this is a great card because like the Fool is just known for taking maybe not always the best chances, like just sort of jumping ahead, pummeling ahead. And, we can see courage in that, but we can also see immaturity and stupidity. And the Fool reversed is actually a card that says, hey, I've learned a few things. I'm going to go forward. I'm going to take some risks, but I'm going to be careful. And I think this is great. And next to the Fool, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And this is, new beginnings with respect to the economy. And, well, it could be people starting new things and new projects. It's a powerful card. It's reversed, which means it's not completely activated yet. You know, just as the Fool is reversed with some lessons, the Ace of Pentacles is saying, okay, things are going to start moving, like the economy is going to start moving again. Not quite yet though, right? But it is going to open up. Things are going to open up for people. You know, it's just a matter of hanging on for a little bit longer, because this is going to happen in the new year for sure. And then in January, well, we have some kind of interesting cards. We have the Strength card. So, you know, she is a reminder to protect yourself and others, okay? So even if people are like, okay, I'm going out a little more, I'm going to do a few more things, I'm not going to be quite as afraid, I'm going to be responsible, but I'm going to focus on moving forward in my life to live in a psychologically healthy way. This is saying, hang on, okay? Hang on a little bit longer. Things are going to get better with the economy. Things are going to open up. Don't worry. Just hang tight a little bit longer, okay? So there's encouragement in that. But then she comes up, the Strength card, and she's saying, but remember to protect yourself and others, right? She's all about protecting. You know, she's with the Lion. So whether she's, you know, when we look at this card, we don't know whether it's our need to protect ourselves or other people. But in this case, it just makes sense to say, be responsible. Think about protecting yourself and others, just as I'm doing right now myself. I'm not actually so worried about myself, but I do need to think about other people, and I do. So it's just, you know, it's like the principle of right action, right? Do no harm. Very important. And then the last card is the Empress. And the Empress, she's all about vitality and life and the natural world. And she is here in February saying, you know, the earth, just to think about the environment, the earth, think about all these things that nurture us, that take care of us, that feed us, that keep us healthy. She's here and she's with us, and actually she's probably doing a little bit better than she was before. And I know for people that are struggling, it's like, okay, maybe that doesn't seem relevant, right? When we're struggling, it's hard to see the bigger picture because we're caught up in our emotions. But she is here for us, okay? So that's the reading for today. I hope that you're all well wherever you are. Like I said, if you want to send me a question or you want me to do some muscle testing on something, please let me know. My email is down below. Thanks. Or put a comment.